Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the Mysterious JG. Yeah, it turns out apparently it's difficult. You have to do it a very specific way, but you can jump on that cart in that last mission and steal the vaccine without interacting with the guards at all. But I'm also almost positive there will be future missions for Micah and Dutch where we're just like killing army soldiers by the dozens, so can't get that worked up about. Rainfall specifically asked us not to kill anybody. In this case, yeah, I'm not going to redo that mission. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, generic hostile U.S. Army guards of this game. You are canon dead. Red dead, if you will. We need some kidney beans here. Can't use weapons in this area, but that doesn't mean I can't use kidney beans. Trying to find things that will restore my Deadeye a bit. Fine brandy would work. Spitting out the cork. And alcohol in particular seems to make him cough up a lot. Fortunately, it doesn't look like we get to continue this storyline at this time. Unless, Josiah. Fine art of conversation. I think that's the next... Okay, never mind. I think that is the next, thing in this particular mission trail because it appeared as soon as we finished that one. They're just going to make us ride a long damn way out there. Now I also have to remember who Josiah is. It is not coming to me. It's the Reverend Swanson. Quite a few videos back, we thought we were going to get to deal with him, but Dutch interrupted. I remember who Hosea was, and Reverend Swanson. Josiah, is he the con man who, for some reason, kept reminding me there's no particular reason for this, but every time he showed up, I thought he was like Paul F. Tompkins-esque. I don't really know what it is. I don't think he had like a Paul F. Tompkins mustache. Paul F. Tompkins sometimes does this impresario delivery in his routines, and I don't know. I think that's who Josiah is. He's the con artist guy who travels around, and sometimes in the camp and sometimes not. A visit from him would be interesting because the gang has really fallen apart since the last time he interacted. He's kind of like this drifting, semi-regular member of the gang who just like meets up with us when he's got a cool criminal enterprise that he thinks would be beneficial. But it seems like the rest of the time he's out there doing his own thing. But yeah, for him to show up now and like see what we've become, it would be interesting to see if he like politely said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go rustle up some new work. I'll be right back." It's like in a way where it's obvious he's just trying to get the hell away from us because he knows that we're in big trouble. Like he was not involved, for example, in murdering the Italian guy or torching the house of whichever family kidnapped Jack Marston. He's more of a guy who shows up occasionally with some wacky scheme to, like, hold up a wagon by providing a distraction. I guess he did get beaten up once by guys for one of those two feuding families in a mission, but that wasn't a part of his plan. Okay, so once again, we've ridden past the original Taco Bell, home of the Chalupa. Or it could be crazy and Josiah is like a completely different character that I've forgotten about. Well, let's think. Like, who did we have in the gang? Javier and Bill Williamson are leftover from... leftover is weird because this is a prequel, but they are guys who had to be in the gang because of Red Dead Redemption. So... neither of them gets a whole lot of character. Javier is more likable than Bill because, I'm just going to say it, he belongs to an ethnic minority, and Rockstar has gotten fairly PC in these things. So there's only going to be one member of an ethnic minority in a game, they're probably going to be relatively favorably portrayed. If you've got several members of an ethnic minority in a game, they might have a couple of them be more villainous, or just unlikable, or be made fun of, or whatnot. But if you're only going to have one, they're probably going to be an okay sort of fella. This game also gave us Lenny, who is kind of our token African-American character. Well, I guess we had Tilly as well. Lenny's dead, though. We had Sean, the Irish character, who... he was similar stereotypes to Irish from Red Dead Redemption, but a little bit more favorably presented. But he's gone. So is the guy who came to us from the O'Driscoll. So is Hosea. I was going down a list of how they got all the ethnic groups covered with Charles and Lenny and blanking on his name, the guy who we Javier. But really, most of the gang is a bunch of different white stereotypes. Not stereotypes, but the characters, I would say. But Charles is still around. He's like the only guy who's even vaguely sympathetic who's still left in the gang. I guess we got Pearson. He's sympathetic, but he's not really an action guy. Neither is Uncle. I don't know where John Marston is. We should probably go find out, actually. But I think he's... no, that's right. He's back in the camp. I had a point I was getting at. Something about minorities, but I've lost it along the way. Other than the fact that, no, we don't really have a lot of minority characters. It's a very Disney-esque, like, we'll throw in at least one of each, and we'll make them a hero of some kind. Though even the freaking new Star Wars movies have, like, minority... I don't know why I'm off on a tangent about this, but even the new Star Wars movies have, like, you know, if you're on an enemy spaceship and there's background characters who belong to the enemy faction, they might be, like, you know... not white. Whatever. I think there's a mountain lion or something. I'm just gonna kind of slowly move away from it. Maybe I should have been running faster, but the horse was spooking, so I didn't want to like suddenly gun it, as it were. We're back in wanted dead or alive territory, so I do need to be careful of Pinkerton ambushes.
It's Arthur.
Well, I mean, I've been carrying around more than enough money for my needs for a long time now. I ain't done much to help the gang recently, other than plot missions. So, Reverend Swanson, can we continue our conversation from before?
Hi, Reverend.
Seems like we were about to get real.
You're looking well.
I feel better than I have in a long time.
He was on morphine, I got it.
Keep it up.
All right, Mr. Morgan.
Seemed like we were about to have a real serious discussion. Is this going to be... I could chop firewood. That's fairly straightforward. Doesn't involve moving to different places.
Okay, Jack?
Is Mr. Strauss gone?
Yep.
Yeah, he had to leave. Sorry.
That's okay. He was a child molester. I mean...
Well, don't give up on everything just yet.
Sure, Uncle Arthur.
Sorry about throwing in the idea that Herr Strauss might be a child molester. I don't know where I would get the idea that the weird German villain with the glasses might have, like, weird sexual habits, but... No, I don't even care about... It wasn't chopping wood, it was something else, but I've lost interest in it now. Alright, let's figure out who Trelawney is. Josiah. Oh, it is the Paul F. Tompkins guy. And I think he must have a mustache. It was making me feel that way. Well, let's talk to Pearson real quick.
Mr. Pearson.
Why don't you rest a while, Mr. Morgan?
Might help you overcome your disease.
How are you coping?
So-so.
Just keep your fingers crossed.
Okay, Arthur.
Sure, that'll help. Trelawney. Or maybe it's just the fact that he's well dressed. No, he does have a mustache. That's enough to make you Paul F. Tompkins.
I was,
Leaving again?
yes, just leaving. I'll see you soon.
Perhaps.
What do you mean?
Well, if I was you, I'd disappear too. It's
Yeah.
all pretty much over.
I'll be back.
No, you won't. Let's not pretend no more.
Yeah, I kind of appreciate Arthur here.
I'll miss you, Arthur. You've been a fine friend to me.
No, well, let's not get over sentimental. Well, the place is quiet. Get out of here. Go with my blessing.
Thank you, Arthur.
Don't let Dutch find you. He'll kill you. So it has nothing to do with him, really. Okay, I occasionally resent. It's a silly thing to get upset about. I'm not really upset, but they'll give you the name of a character and you think you're doing a mission for them, and then it switches over and it's someone else. But it is, at least they're like, okay, we have scenes that are not mission related that we want to get into the main story, so they've worked that out. Like, they wanted a little moment of Reverend Swanson's off the morphine. That's a good thing. Let's make sure that the player sees that by having that be a bit of dialogue that's interrupted by a plot essential mission that has nothing to do with Reverend Swanson. And here it's like, okay, Trelawney has nothing to do with whatever mission we're about to do, but in painting the picture of the gang falling apart and the rats leaving the sinking ship, I mean, it makes sense that he would get out, and it makes sense that Arthur, who seems to have a reasonably, he gave him a hard time about this, that, and the other, but yeah, it makes sense that Arthur would be like, go on, get out now. If Dutch or Micah were around, it might get difficult, but you probably just need to get out now. Go. I appreciate that, I guess. Even though I'm annoyed because now I thought we were going to do another mission with this guy, and we're not. Unless he's about to come back, and I'm just completely off here.
Found a friend looking for you.
Yeah, see, they could have said Charles' mission, but...
Sir,
How are you?
a little better.
I hope so.
Oh, I didn't take those herbs.
I'm sorry to impose on you.
I should have
again,
taken
but
the
I
herbs.
believe I've made progress brokering peace.
You have?
I believe so. Colonel Favors has agreed to a meeting.
This is not
discuss
going to go
and
well.
Maybe resolve his alleged grievances and mine.
I do not
Now,
think
he
this is
has
going to
lied
go
to
well.
me more times than I care to remember. But maybe this time, he must want peace. Why could he possibly want to humiliate us further?
He's kind of a
No words
douchebag.
for his kind, but they're colloquial.
Perhaps I could make one last request.
Take
My
the herbs I
men
gave you.
are not allowed to carry arms.
You want us to keep the peace?
Yeah, it'll be a lot of dull talking and ceremony. But I feel with some non-tribe members present, their chances of lying or worse will be reduced.
Will you, Arthur?
It ain't my business, brother.
No, I know. But it is mine. Do it for me?
Charles, I got...
I've saved your life.
Why
Do it for
is he
me.
arguing with us? We've already committed to helping out in this storyline here. And how does
You owe this
Charles
man.
get to be...
You should have him do your negotiation.
Let's go.
Why does Charles get to carry a gun? Like, I know he's not a member of the tribe, but the same tribe as these guys. I'm not being ignorant white man here, but the people they're going to talk to are not going to trust Charles any more than, it's like, oh, this guy's Sioux and this guy's Crow. They're not going to give a shit. Whatever. Hope I get some dialogue on the way. Really feel like I'm getting to know you side characters a lot better as we do this.
Okay, boy.
Easy.
Oh, whatever, dude.
Sure if you'd be able to help. Thank you for doing this, both of you. You have already done so much.
So I'm going to continue to ask things of you until my character is
Just hope
killed
nobody
tragically.
recognizes me. I've had a few run-ins with the army recently.
Oh, you killed all the
Wish we could have
witnesses.
done more to control the situation. Dutch should not have gotten involved.
My son has a mind of his own. Too much so, in fact.
He's at play in the fields of the Lord.
Colonel Favors can be reasoned with.
Yeah, well, that's kind of
I am
a
not
stretch.
asking for very much, but when our people are sick and hungry, and we find our medicine and supplies are being deliberately withheld, how can we not view that as something personal?
Well, that's
When they destroy
leading towards the
our
war
civil
argument
sites,
again.
how can I convince Eagle Flies and the others that they shouldn't fight back?
Maybe that's
Once
part of
again,
the
he's got an
reason they're
impressive
doing these
sound
things.
system, making this Native
Because
American
they
music
want
play
you to
whenever
fight.
he's talking.
Be able to say, look, you see how these savages behave?
Yet that is the point,
Perhaps.
actually.
Thank you for helping Captain Monroe to retrieve those vaccines, Arthur. He will be at the meeting, and as one person who knows the true situation at least, I still have hope that we can come to an agreement.
Well, I'm not that hopeful myself, but let's play this out. Oh, Charles didn't get a chance to go, hey! When I accidentally bumped into him there at the end. But were I to fall like more than 2 steps behind, they would be going, hey, catch up, hurry up, hey! Can't wait. It's like they've got all this like chatter for you are bumping into me and you are too many steps away from me. It's like you're constantly walking the razor's edge to not get yelled at by the game. Sacred razor's edge to not get yelled at. But that was your fault, friend. I was in front of you that time. It's very important that you guys know
Here
when
we
it is and
are.
is not my
There's
fault
my
that these
men up
horses are
ahead.
bumping into each other like the freaking Keystone Cops. Oh, they're Lakota, okay.
Sure, people respect
This way.
Okay, so they got a made-up Cuba and a made-up state names, but they're going with the Lakota because I'm assuming that if they made up a Native American tribe, that they'd be worried about offending somebody, as opposed to offending the fake island, the fake Cuba. It's not supposed to be Cuba. It's just a generic made-up island, so. Whoa, what's going on, Holmes? Just tell me we didn't ride halfway back to, Yeah, we rode halfway back to where I was at the end of the last mission of this plot line. They made us come all the way here to trigger it and then ride halfway back. We couldn't have had these guys come up to us and talk. But again, they wanted us to have a scene where we say goodbye to Hosea. Not Hosea, Josiah. It's like a halfway between
Colonel Favors,
Josiah and Hosea.
Captain Monroe, we come in peace.
What up, gangsters?
Hello again. Who are these two?
They're friends of my people.
Interesting looking fellows.
Yeah, they won't
Got a
cause any
Wookiee and a
Well, I should hope
ponytail
not.
guy.
Listen, Mr.
Chief.
Yes, Mr. I can't say that silly name. What is it?
In English, they call me Rains Fall.
Yes, I'm sure they do.
So he's not really being very
Listen.
accommodating here. He called him
all
Mr.
Americans.
after he was told to call him Chief.
Want an outcome.
He won't say his name.
But
He's
quite
being a
frankly-
douche.
Quite frankly, I'm confused. Your men are little more than criminals, in my opinion.
Just being straight with you.
Breaking peace treaties we've made, causing disturbances in everybody's lives.
Stealing back the sacred chalupa we
I
stole.
pride myself on being a gentleman. Really, I do. But there are limits. So, let me be very...
He's coughing a lot.
Are you okay, man? Someone. Jackson, take him away. Where was I?
You're a gentleman with limits?
Are you being facetious, sir?
Come this way, buddy.
I said, are you being facetious, Captain Monroe?
No,
No,
sir,
it's
I
just
am not.
trying to
Chief Raines.
fill you in.
That's
What do you mean?
Rains Fall.
Exactly. Chief Raines, the thing
It's quite a
is,
cough.
the federal government
Sure.
that I handle
Wait here.
the situation.
I'll fetch you some water. I'll be fine. Thank you.
Mega whiskey, though.
No. You know he's going to have Monroe court-martialed.
Oh, this is convenient.
Or attempt to. He's going to make a disgrace of him.
Monroe? Seems likable enough for a West Pointer. Why?
You know what Favors is like. Because he thinks
I wonder if
it's
we can get
right.
detected here.
Because he thinks Monroe is a patsy. Or a spy. He's convinced he had something to do with those vaccines getting stolen.
Man, he's
He
right.
thinks Monroe is gonna force him into making a concession with the Indians. So he removes Monroe.
Removes how?
Speak up, man. I'm not sure everyone can hear you from the tent over there.
And hanged.
Why does Favors care about the Indians?
Because he doesn't want to back down. I mean, his whole professional life. You know what they say about him.
He was involved in the Native American election meddling.
Poor Monroe. Kinda liked him.
I know. Well, still, he's kind of stuck up.
He probably deserves to be hanged.
Violated the treaty. That treaty is null and void. I have been appointed to negotiate.
Feeling better? Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
Thanks for that water you were going to bring me and you didn't bring me, you
The
jerk.
lands you currently occupy belong to the United States government. Why is this so confusing, sir? Why?
Good day, Colonel Favors.
Well, that was remarkably unproductive. I'm afraid the federal government was quite clear, Colonel, that it wanted peace, and peace for all, and that the treaty had not been broken by anybody.
Oh, is that so, sir? And did it want impudence, sir, from a junior officer in public? Was that its plan too, sir? You
Well,
insult me. You insult the regiment. Arrest this man.
Arrest me?
Gross insubordination. Disobeying an order. Treason.
Are you mad?
You had those vaccines stolen.
Treason?
Disrupted a negotiation.
Let him go.
Let my people
Out
go.
of hand.
Captain Monroe, let's get out of here. If I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut, amigo.
Oh, he's Mexican. Kill him.
I don't want to kill this man, but shall.
Get away with this.
Charles, Captain Monroe, mount up now.
Well, we do a lot of this hostage taking. It's not even like a gameplay mechanic. We just kind of.
What you're doing? You son of a bitch. I got a shot. Think about what you open fire.
It's not really the classic military method either to not attack in that situation. All right, well, this wasn't a particularly good.
Look up behind you, catching up.
You're in disgrace.
Still coming. Man, look. Your fire.
I'm gonna enjoy seeing you die, Monroe.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
More on the left. Head for the trees. We're heading in. Go. Find some cover. Protect Monroe.
This isn't particularly good cover. Let's try here.
Oh, Captain. Can you shoot?
Add a bunch of your own men.
Can't do it. There's
No good. Can't do it.
I swore an oath. Damn it. Barely hit him. That's it for you.
You're done for.
Go to hell.
You go to hell. You die.
Behind us.
Oh, where the heck are they coming from?
What's our plan here? Find a love and make for the valley. That nearly hit me.
I knew this was a mistake.
I knew I couldn't trust white people. Oh, no offense, Arthur.
We're simply
Just hold.
We are fighting an entire regiment here in theory.
They're trying to surround us.
Yeah, this went really wrong for the captain there.
You're dead.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
This was meant to be a truce.
But it's not quite working out that way.
It's now or never. Let's go. Captain Monroe, you're with me.
I auto-summoned my horse. Nice.
Hop on, Captain. We sure as hell don't want
I lost my hat and I'm in a bad mood.
Come on, follow me.
Oh, my horse is kind of auto-running there. Prattling on about virtue.
Come on.
It's like I suddenly lost the ability to fire. I was like seriously thinking I had to switch guns or something.
I think we're finally in the clear.
Pretty cool, huh?
Okay?
Not really.
Did better.
What do we do now?
You get out.
Well, I'm gonna regenerate my horse if y'all don't mind, or my hat. Don't know how to regenerate horses, or else I'd be on my lovely horse.
I can't believe that just happened.
Yeah, well,
I've been an army man my whole life.
now I'm gonna have to join the Navy team.
They was gonna have you hanged for treason. You can't die for those fools.
And what about
You'd need the
chief?
president to intervene and make sure you get to keep your trident, become a Fox News contributor.
Guess I won't be submitting my report.
I wouldn't think so.
Maybe to the Ruskies. Traitor. Guess we're still following Charles. Well, here's this. All right, horse. I know this is a really nerve-wracking situation, but we're gonna ride close to that train, okay? You mind if I don't shake your hand? You're coughing a lot. None of this would have happened if that guy gave us water.
Get out of here, Captain Monroe.
I fear it may be Mr. Monroe from now on.
I'm sorry about your career.
But it's really not my concern. Here's some herbs the Indian guy gave me. I forgot to
Here's
take
some
them.
money. You take it and get out of here and start a new life somewhere. I hear Tahiti's nice.
Thank you.
Just hop on a train to Saint Denis, jump on a boat, but avoid Guam.
Where?
Forget about it.
Fake Cuba.
Meet you back at camp.
Where'd that money come from anyway? Aren't we trying to get money for our gang? Oh,
Are
hey.
you okay?
Well, never better. What are you doing here?
Well, I'm on my way down to Mexico.
We don't have a fake
Finally
name for
sending
that.
me on a mission.
Ah,
Brother
I'm now one of the
Dawkins
men on a
is
mission.
Very jealous.
Here, I've got secret Catholic
What's wrong?
herbs and spice to cure your tuberculosis.
I'm dying, sister.
Okay.
Yeah, I got TB.
Tully Blanchard.
I got it. Beating a man to death for a few bucks.
Okay.
I've lived a bad
Landed
life.
on pretty thick here, game, but I'll give you a chance.
We've all lived bad lives, Mr. Morgan. We all sin. But I know you.
Well, one time I stole the last grape.
Forgive me, but that's the problem. You don't know you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I mean, you don't know you. It's not that difficult a concept.
Whenever we happen to meet, you're always helping people and smiling.
Well, that's just coincidence of the writing, sister.
I had a son. He passed away.
No, we could have talked
Had a
about that
girl
with
who
that
loved
guy
me. I
before.
threw that away. My mama died when I was a kid. And my daddy, well, I watched him die.
He wouldn't buy me a pony.
That weren't soon enough.
My husband died a long time ago.
What? You can't be a nun? You must have had
Life is
sex.
full of pain.
No.
But there is also love and beauty.
What am I gonna do now?
Well, whatever the next plot mission
Be
is, I assume.
grateful that for the first time, you see your life clearly.
True. And your horse is not on the
Perhaps you could
tracks.
help somebody. Helping makes you really happy.
We're gonna get to the decision point here.
I still don't believe in nothing.
Why is it that when I tell you to believe in something, you always assume I'm talking about God?
Often, neither do I. But then I meet someone like
They
you.
call me a nun because I
and
got none
everything
faith
makes
in
sense.
God. Nuns,
You're too
nuns,
smart for
brother.
me, sister. I guess I'm afraid.
Oh,
There is nothing to be afraid of, Mr. Morgan.
that's awesome. I've done it several
Take
times.
a gamble that love exists and do a loving act.
All aboard!
The night train.
I know.
I had a
you
longer
will.
conversation with this nun than with the guy whose life he just changed and, well, kind of saved, I guess.
Goodbye,
Although
Mr. Morgan.
us helping him with this crazy
Bye.
vaccine stealing plot is what got him in trouble. His crazy plot to save children from disease. Killer pursuer horse. Wow, that would have been dishonorable. Didn't finish fast enough. Didn't have enough accuracy. Bye, Captain Guy. I mean, just Guy now, I suppose. What does this sign say? Heartland Stage Line. River... Oh, Emerald Ranch. Okay, I kind of know where that is. Well, there you go. That seems like a pretty... we went just a tiny bit long, but that was actually a pretty damn natural video length for that mission. There is no honor among thieves in the first place. I just noticed the mission title, sorry. Alright, so we're going to call it a video here, and I believe that is it for the Native American mission chain. I could be wrong, because we got a separate mission that we... Like, nothing we did there was actually going to prevent us from doing this thing with Dutch and Micah, where we use the young, militaristic, angry natives kind of as pawns in our efforts to distract the military and just create chaos. So I believe that's still going to happen. I'd like to put that off because I feel like that's really rushing the game towards conclusion, although these are both gold missions, which means we're not going to finish the game without doing both. So I suppose in a sense it doesn't matter which sequence I do them in. But either way, in my mind, like the thing to do now is to go check in with Sadie Adler. So we will do that next time on The Mysterious CG. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.